65 years ago this week, the holiday classic premiered at the Globe Theater in New York City. The movie is about redemption and, of course, is perfect for this time of year.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, George! Merry Christmas, George!
Merry Christmas!
That, of course, is one of the most memorable scenes from the movie. Karolyn Grimes, who played Jimmy Stewart's youngest daughter, Zuzu, joined us from Chicago. And in Los Angeles, we are joined by Jimmy Hawkins, who was Tommy Bailey and is author of It's a Wonderful Life, a coloring book for kids. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having us.
It is an honor to have you both with us. Karolyn, of course, you recited that great line, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. A line that still gets me today every time I hear it. When you were 6 years old during that part, did you or Frank Capra or Jimmy Stewart or anybody there have any idea that that was going to become one of the most iconic lines in movie history?
No, not at all. Actually, the movie was not a great success when it came out, so it was really a surprise when several years later it started getting shown on TV and people discovered not only the movie but that famous line that means so much to so many people all over the world.
Yeah, Jimmy, as Karolyn pointed out, the movie was a flop, surprisingly, when it first came out. It went into the public domain, got on television, became obviously a huge hit. Why do you think the movie has resonated with so many people all these years?
Well, I think the movie has something for everyone. It has messages that give us hope. We identify with George Bailey and all the adversities that he has to go through, and we feel like that, you know, we're like him, and he finds what's really important in life: faith, family, friends, and, you know, those things are really important, and we discover that when we watch the movie.
Jimmy, why do you think the movie has become so popular over the years?
Well, I think it's Frank Capra's message, and that message was that each man's life touches so many others. If they weren't around, it would leave an awful hole. And that's an important thing for us to all know, that we are important. And, of course, that's why I wrote the It's a Wonderful Life for Kids coloring book, so that the kids get a kind of a pint-sized version of the movie. And they realize that they're important, that they mean something.
We're seeing a picture of you now when you were 4 years old making this movie back in 1946. Jimmy, what do you remember about making the movie?
Well, I remember getting up real early, and it was dark, and taking a bus and streetcars out to the studio and walking onto the big set, and there was real snow outside the house on the set, and then you walk into the living room, and there's this big Christmas tree, and it's 90 degrees outside, and everybody was running around doing their work, and it was just great. It was terrific. You know, it was Christmas in July. It was great memories.
Karolyn, I understand you didn't see the movie in its entirety, and we see a picture of you when you were 6 years old when you made the movie. You didn't see the movie in its entirety until 1980, is that correct?
Well, that's really true. Somebody knocked on my door. I was living in Kansas, and they said, "Were you the little girl Zuzu in the movie It's a Wonderful Life?" And I said, "Well, yes, I was." And they said, "Can we have an interview?" I said, "Sure, why not?" So I did one that week. The following week, I did another one, and then pretty soon another one, and then the fan mail began to come in. And I thought, what is this all about? And I thought, maybe I better take a look at this film.
Karolyn?
So I did.
Very quickly, will you indulge me, Karolyn, and give me that famous line?
Sure. "Daddy, teacher says, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings."
Gets me every time,
Great.
got me this time too. Karolyn Grimes and Jimmy Hawkins, thank you so much. Happy holidays to both of you.